Hi, I'm Desiree. I go to USC and I am majoring in mass communications and I am a junior.
Hi, I'm China Sneed. I go to University of South Carolina and I'm majoring in psychology and I'm a freshman.
Hi, I'm Dion Holmes. I'm a freshman at Spelman College and my major is mathematics.
What's up? I'm Walter. I go to the University of South Carolina. I am a junior and I am a marketing major in the business school.
Um, okay, so first, just want to say thank you guys all so much for doing this. I really appreciate it. I know it's really busy right now, so thank you so much. So the way it's gonna work is me and Andrina are just gonna alternate asking questions, and you guys don't all have to answer if you don't feel like you can contribute. Just whoever feels like you have a good answer to the question, just go ahead and jump in. And yeah, so I guess we'll get started. So the first question is, what do you wish you did differently during high school to prepare for college?
All right, well, I'll start. Something I wish I did better in high school is time management. It was it wasn't that I didn't manage my time well. I just didn't really have like a lot of things I needed to manage. It was kind of like routine for me. The things I was doing in high school, going to school, I did sports after. I would go to youth group some nights, and then other than that, I was kind of just home doing homework. So really, it wasn't really much going on. And now I got to college, and I realized like time management is so important because if you procrastinate and just wait everything or push everything to the last minute, it's not going to work. So
Can you repeat the question?
Yeah, you're good. I was just saying, what do you wish you did differently in high school to better prepare you for college?
I would say apply to more scholarships. I feel like I did not apply. I played around and when it came time for money, I didn't have it.
I probably would have taken the SAT or ACT more times than I did. Like start earlier because I know that you can take the SAT like at the beginning of high school. You just have to sign up for it. So I probably would have done that.
I probably would have applied to college earlier than I did because I kind of waited to the last minute and ultimately that was not the best decision because I was really stressed out.
Okay, so the next question is, what advice would you give to high school students about the things they can do now to ease their transition into college?
I guess I'll start again. Something I said, guess you can do now. I would definitely say don't like stress about like making friends when you get there. I know that's something that was like I kind of guess I was worried about like, oh, like what kind of people I'm gonna meet, like who are my friends gonna be. Literally like just go and be yourself. Don't worry about that. There's so many different groups of people, so many different types of people. You can definitely find your group. There's no need for you to try to act like someone else or try to like fit into a certain group. Like totally be yourself and kind of let that go. So I definitely would just say like don't stress about that in high school. Like just continue to have fun. Realize like this is your last year of high school and going into college. Like just be yourself. So
I would say start doing things on your own. Like I know a lot of people who didn't know how to wash their own clothes or wash their dishes. So just like starting that independency now rather than when you get to college is really important because you are going to be on your own. You do have to do a lot of stuff on your own.
I would probably say make sure you're organized because in high school, I feel like I didn't have that much going on. I was used to it and I was comfortable. But in college, if you don't have like a planner and your stuff together, you're going to be all over the place.
Um, this is a better transition question.
Yeah, it's like what to prepare for that you wouldn't expect in college that you need to prepare for now.
Terrible memory. I would say also just becoming like your own accountability partner. Like don't lean on anyone else and make sure you're in line before doing extra things like going out and stuff.
That's great, guys. So the next question is, what factors came into play when you were coming up with your college list?
Location. Location is big for me. I didn't want to be anywhere close to home. But that might be different for some other people, you know. Other people might want to be very close to home. So yeah, I mean, location.
For me, probably location. And then I wanted my college to have the major I was interested in. And then I wanted to go to HBCU. So yeah.
Yeah, location was important for me too. And then also like the experience. I kind of knew I wanted to go to a bigger college. I knew I wanted to experience like the sporting events, all the intramural sports and everything like bigger colleges have to offer. So that was really big for me.
I would also say location. Like I wanted to be kind of close to home, but not that close. So that was really important. I also, like he said, I wanted a school with a lot of school spirit because, you know, that's what makes school enjoyable. Like when you can go to the football games. I also wanted a bigger school. Like that was really important to me just because this area is so small and like everybody knows everybody. So like I wanted to go somewhere where everybody didn't know everybody.
Okay, the next question is, how was your college application experience?
I feel like it was great. Oh, sorry, someone talk.
No, you can go ahead.
I felt like my application process was great. I was kind of stressed out a bit because I was, you know, trying to get personal statements and like essays and things like that. And like a lot of colleges require different things, but um, there's like a website. I don't know if it's like still a thing, like college apps, maybe. I don't know, but you fill out one application.
The common application thing.
Yes, Common
Yeah.
App. That helped me apply to like 5 out of the 8 schools that I applied to. So yeah, once you get the hang of everything and once you basically have your personal statement and like your best essay, you're pretty set. So I wouldn't stress out about it, but I would also say to be one of the first applicants instead of waiting until the last minute.
My application process, it was pretty smooth as well. I started early, like I did all my college's early action so that I could have time to think through the school I really wanted to go to.
It's kind of like mine was also like really smooth. Something I would definitely encourage is to make sure your personal statement's like really good. Don't go out there and just BS it. Like go all out for it. I know a lot of colleges like really do come down to that personal statement. So definitely go all in for it. I have like people send me theirs sometimes, so I kind of pre-read. Or I have a few friends who are like younger who have sent me theirs. If anybody wants my email, you can just I'll give it to Isabella or somebody and they can send me personal statements. I love to edit and read those.
The only reason why mine was stressful is because I had no idea where I wanted to go. Like I had no idea. So it was kind of stressful just applying to so many different colleges and like considering all the factors that come into play. But other than that, like I would say make sure your college essay um, is a good because that was really an important step for me is like making sure like I didn't have any like errors and everything.
Okay, awesome. The next is, what made you guys choose the school you did? So, like, if you were between two schools that you really liked, say, and you had to get down to one, obviously, what made you choose your school? And that can be like based off location, academics, or like whatever's best for you, housing, academics, everything. What made you choose your school?
I got this. I go to the wonderful University of South Carolina, just the best school in South Carolina, no doubt. But the number one reason I really want, so I'm a business major and they have a really good business school. That was one of the main reasons. Also, loyalty. My whole family has gone to USC, mom, dad, and sister. So some people don't want to go to the same college as their parents. I had no problem with it because I was already a big Gamecock fan. And then on top of that, like I said earlier, it came with the big football games, the big basketball games, big campus. I love it. There's so many things to do. And on top of that, I'm in Columbia, which is a lovely city. I think it's a perfect college town just because of how many things there are to do. So that's basically all the factors that are the reasons why I wanted to come here. So.
I would say that I was picking between Colorado State and USC, and it was definitely about weather and also about tuition. Out of state tuition versus in state tuition is crazy. Like 61,000 a year to go to Colorado. It's like it's crazy. Like that's a lot of money. Anyway, but those two things between those two colleges, basically location and did I want to be in snow 24/7 and how, location is key and enjoying, the school as well.
I go to Spelman College in Atlanta, and for me, I pretty much knew I wanted to go there, so it wasn't between any two schools, but I wanted to go there because of like their history and then like academics. So yeah.
So I also go to USC. I was between like Georgia Southern, College of Charleston, and USC, and I was really leaning towards Georgia Southern because I'd visit there many times, like for basketball and everything. I loved everything about the college, and especially like the food court. That was like really important to me, the food. But what had happened was I was trying to get in-state tuition for Georgia Southern, and I had made the decision to go to college. Okay, I made the decision to go to College of Charleston. Then I talked to my friends about it, and they said they couldn't see me at College of Charleston. So then it was between USC and Georgia Southern. So I had decided to go to USC, and then Southern sent me like my in-state. But I'm like a very indecisive person, so I was just like, I'm gonna stick with my gut and go to USC, and it's like literally the best decision I ever made. I'm not even kidding. They can tell you. They can tell you. USC is awesome.
It's facts.
Okay, so the next question is, how has COVID affected college for you this year?
I have not gone to a single class in person.
I didn't even get to go to campus, so I've been home the first semester, but we're supposed to move in at the end of January, so that's exciting. So COVID really messed up the whole first semester of my freshman year.
I definitely think, sorry, y'all, I'm just having a whole conversation. I definitely think that no one should have to go through a pandemic their freshman year of college because freshman year is the time for exploration, getting to know people and things and classes and professors, and it's all ruined when you can't see anybody face to face. So I definitely think that, and you don't get the college experience, the extracurriculars, football games and such. So, I think that it's a bummer for freshmen, but I live in Columbia regardless if we're going to school or not. So sorry, girl. I'm sorry. But Spellman. Love it though.
Nah, this semester was weird with COVID. Especially this. So this is my junior year. So like having the first 2 years where I was able to like go to class and be on campus. It wasn't even the fact that it was as hard for the students, but the teachers had such a hard time making that transition that they made it hard for the students. Adding like all this extra work, not being able to get their connections right, and trying to figure out how they're going to do finals and not have kids cheat, and like making it even harder on the kids because they don't want kids cheating, and like it was just way too much. And I felt like the accountability also on the students was a little harder because you're not in person and you're not going to class. But I guess you kind of just have to adapt to the world we're living in right now, and kind of make the best of it. So hopefully we get back to normal soon. But it has not been too pleasant. I guess like chilling in the apartment all day and taking classes wasn't like too bad. But as far as the end result, I would much rather be in person.
I would say COVID made it a little harder for me because I'm more of a person that likes to sit in a classroom and actually like face to face with the teacher in a lecture. So it was a little bit hard doing a lot of stuff on my own, and like with teachers getting so many emails and them not responding, that was also like a difficulty because I'm like, if I need to ask a question, like, and then like it made it harder because they didn't want you to cheat, because I heard a couple of kids were talking about stuff in a group chat and like they got in trouble. So it was like a little like kind of like on ice a bit, but um I would say it brought me out of my shell a little bit, because with COVID, like it was a little harder to make friends because you had to actually like go out and talk to people instead of like everybody just being in this one space because we can't group up. So like I feel like it made me a little more confident in myself, and but it was also harder in the learning section.
Yeah, this sounds rough. I'm really sorry for you guys. I know like my summer programs got canceled and stuff, but that is not compared to like freshman year in college or whatever year you are. And like Andrina just moved down here. So like first year in a new town and it's a pandemic, that's no fun. But you guys are doing great. So the next question is what's been the most surprising thing about college for you guys? And that's besides COVID, because obviously that's the biggest surprise. So besides that, what's been the most surprising thing?
About college in general?
Yeah,
Well,
about college in general that you like didn't expect.
I think the most surprising thing is how understanding professors really are once you know get to know them, or once you know ask a question. Like I had a history class that we had to write essays upon essays upon essays on, and I was just like, sir, I don't know what Chicago is. Okay, MLA is all we know over here. So once you understand, like once you talk to professors, you know, they're lenient. I don't know why high school teachers trip about, you know, oh, you know, they're not gonna get away with this in college. You will, maybe, maybe you will. So I don't know. Also, Isabel, I just wanted to say, I miss you. You're so cute.
I miss you too, Des. I miss everybody. I've been virtual all year and I haven't seen anyone. So I miss everybody.
Dang, that's crazy. Miss you too, Isabella. But wait, what was the question? Surprising? Oh, most surprising. Something two, I guess two things to piggyback off what Desiree said. Like teachers, I feel like in high school or like before you get to college, like people do a little bit exaggerate as far as like how hard it is and like how much work you're gonna get, or even like how mean professors are. Yeah, they are lenient sometimes. They do understand, like they are also humans. There are some professors you might get where like ugh, it can be a pain, but for the most part, like they are lenient. Also, other students are like also in like the same boat and like having the same struggles you are. I kind of like at freshman year thought like I was the only one like struggling with money, struggling with classes, like kind of adapting that, but like everyone else is going through the same thing you are. So like go ahead and like talk to them, or just like don't be like afraid to reach out to other people if you're like actually struggling with it. So people are nicer than I thought.
I have a question for Dina. Is that her name?
It's Dion.
Dion. Okay. Hey, I have a question. What is it like going to Spelman?
I mean, it's really fun because I feel like everyone who goes to Spelman, we're just like automatically friends. Like if I see Spelman and someone's by, I can be like, hey sis, that's kind of just like how it is. So that's really cool. I don't know. Like I feel like it's really fun and easy to talk to people. I mean, I love it. So yeah. But I'm not sure yet. Hopefully I'll be on campus in a few months.
Oh, okay, word, word. So wait, are you a freshman?
Yeah, I'm a freshman.
Oh, okay, okay. So you haven't even like been on campus, but wow, okay, you got a little internet friends, okay? Sorry, I know this is not my panel. I am so sorry.
No, if any of you guys have questions, like that's great. I love to see.
That's my ring light.
Okay. She said she's a YouTuber now. She's an influencer.
Bruh, she feeling herself now, Lord.
Okay.
Anybody else? Do you want to move to the next question?
I'll say something. I think the most surprising part was how easier it is to time manage in college, because with high school you're sitting at a desk for like 7 hours a day, but in college like you have different classes like different times a day. So it was really easier for me to like put in my planner what I'm gonna do this day, what I'm gonna do the next day. So I think that was like the most, I knew it was gonna happen, but like once you like actually like experience it, you're like, wow, like I actually have all this other time to do stuff rather than in high school where it's like school, sports, blah blah blah. Like you have a set day every day, but like in college it's different every day.
And like to add on to that, that can be like a good thing and a bad thing because like you have the free time to kind of do like what you want, but there's also things you like have to do and like things you need to get done as far as at least like as a junior, like I need to make money for rent, I got to get my classes done, and I still got to like take care of the apartment. So like you will eventually get like a lot of responsibilities. So like time management can be a blessing and a curse because if you're not good at it, you can get a lot of stuff just to build up. But if you are really good at it, you'll end up with a lot of free time realizing you can do what you want to do.
So do you guys have any specific tips on personal finances in college?
So I can start. Um, so for me, coming in a freshman year, it was I don't think managing finances was like too difficult just because you had a meal plan, so you had someone paying for all your meals, and then on top of that, your dorm is included in your tuition. So like I wasn't worried about housing or anything. So basically, everything I was spending was like personal, like anything I wanted just for myself. Then sophomore year, I was like, whoa, when I had to start paying for my own meals, start making money to pay my rent. So it really got important. So learning to manage your finances freshman year. So when you come into sophomore year, knowing you're ready. And also you have to, if you're living off campus, you do have to like sign apartments and stuff pretty early. If you want like good prices and stuff for that. So just be on the lookout for that, like as soon as you kind of get to college, just because you want to have like good roommates and like it's going to be people you meet kind of early. So things can change from that. But definitely after freshman year, like managing your money is important.
I just realized my mic was not muted. I'm sorry, y'all. So to just go off of that as well, yeah, he says he didn't have to worry about finances freshman year. Like, I also have my meal plan paid for and everything, and I blew through and still had no money. So I definitely think that freshman year, even though you aren't paying for all your stuff on your own, you need to start managing because yeah, sophomore year it was killer, and I was like, oh my god, I have no money, so I was like freaking out. Um, so wait, I have,
Yeah, I would say like freshman year, even though like all that stuff is paid for, there's still outside of like tuition and all that that you want to pay for. So say like going out with your friends to eat, to like do things around the college area. So like I'd say that's very important. Like just managing, like my mom made me set a budget for myself every week because she's like, China, like you're just spending, and you're not watching what you're spending. So I think it's really important to start now. That's why this next semester, that's one of my goals is to not spend as much as I did first semester. Because let me tell you, I spent a lot of money. I'm not even gonna lie. And I wasn't paying no attention. I didn't check my bank account, just swipe the card. So don't be like me. I just swiped the card. We was going out to eat, I would swipe my card, didn't even care. So yeah, I would say it's really important, like even freshman year to budget, even though all that stuff is paid for you. And I didn't like the food, so obviously I was going out to Sonic in the middle of the night and cook out and all those places. So yeah, that's still very important freshman year.
So I was kind of lucky since I was home. I didn't have to pay for like room and board and like my meal plan and stuff. So I heard from a lot of my friends who got to go to school. They're like, Dion, you need to stop. You need to start saving because this is no joke. So I was able to work while I was here. I kept my job. So I think I'm like learning stuff from you guys because I thought I had enough saved, but like now I know I'm gonna really need to watch what I do, especially being somewhere where there's so much to do. So
yes.
yeah.
Especially if you're social, like you can, because I know I was a social person. So as far as like going out with my friends and just wanting to do everything they could do, because I mean, at least a lot of the people at USC, like money wasn't like a problem for some of them. They were able to kind of just go out whenever they want, even if it was like their parents giving them money or like whatever they had coming in. Um, but for me, like that wasn't the case. So like sitting out when my friends went out to eat, sitting out when my friends wanted to go out, and I just knew I didn't have the money at the time and I couldn't. So just kind of managing well and like being aware that you need to like prioritize like what you're the difference between needs and wants sometimes.
Yeah, I agree. And working over the summer, like, can really like get you started going into your freshman of college. Because I had two jobs. Because I know I'm a very spendy person. I don't know if that's a word. You can cut that out, but I like to spend money. So like that was I made sure that I got two jobs so that I would have spending money. So like maybe working like one job over the summer just so you have spending money for those things, like could be a solution to that.
Okay, so our last question is, what's been the most challenging part of college, and do you have any study tips?
For me, probably starting things earlier, because if I have a question, at least my experience, my professors don't really like to get back in contact with me in a timely manner. So right when you get an assignment, you should probably start it and not wait till the last minute, because if you don't turn something in, they really don't care. It's your money. You're paying them to go to that school. So I would say you need to make sure you stay on top of due dates and stuff like that.
I would also say staying up on due dates, but also I would say not just due dates for the school, but as far as like FAFSA as well. FAFSA is like first come, first serve basis. So when it comes out October 1st, get all your stuff to fill it out October 1st because, you know, that gives you a better chance of getting more money. And you know, you don't have to worry about turning it in. Like this semester, I turned it in late, and you know, first serve, first come, first serve kind of basis type thing. Yes, just yeah, turning everything on time. I mean, getting everything started early because I mean, I know that like online, she's saying you know they don't email her back. Like even in person, like yes, earlier we said professors are like lenient and stuff, but they also understand that you could have asked 2 weeks ago when we got the assignment, like what the question was. Like you knew, and like there's been times where I haven't even like I will not ask a question because I'm like I waited until the last possible day to ask this question. And I know this man is not going to want to answer this question. So, like, don't do it. Like, it's just better for everyone. Just don't ask the question late. And
Yeah, I've something I should say also, if you do wait till the last minute, something's due like at 11:59. That means it's due at like 11:59 in like 1 second. So like don't try to turn it in like at 11:59 because it's considered late. And I have been a victim of that. So do not do that. And then also, as Desiree was saying, like teachers like can be lenient, but like don't take your freedom like too far. Like they understand like you have a freedom, they understand that like you have a life and other things going on, but like you're still your own accountability partner. So it's so easy like not to do things, but when I say like you need to go to class, you need to do everything you can as far as like staying up in your homework because you literally have the ability to not do anything all semester and kind of just do what you want to do. And that will catch up to you. So just don't take your freedom too far. Like understand you have that freedom, you can do what you want, but also use your time wisely. And don't take advantage of kind of like the system and kind of how nice professors can be.
I would say the most challenging thing for me, and that's just because of COVID right now, was like taking classes completely online, like not having lectures, like not speaking to the teacher. Because like I was accountable for turning in those assignments on time. Like one class, something was due Monday, other thing was due to Thursday. So like I would say also with like due dates, a thing I did this semester was like I got a planner and like whatever I planned for that day I had to finish or I couldn't do what I wanted to do after my work was done. So like I would say like rewarding yourself is something like I found like in time management that would actually make you want to do your assignments. So like I would start my assignments and if I didn't finish my assignment, I couldn't go out with my friends or like I couldn't go this place, I couldn't go that place. So like I'd say it's very important to manage your time and stay organized and stay on top of your due dates and not procrastinate. Like I used to procrastinate all the time in high school. Like that was the thing. I would wait till the last minute, turn it in, still be fine. But like, yeah, college is not a good place to procrastinate because assignments are longer and harder, and sometimes like very stressful, and like having so many classes on top of that only stresses you out more. So yeah.
And something else I wanted to add that like I kind of noticed that might be a pattern for, or that I've kind of noticed as a pattern for a lot of college students, is it kind of seems like you'll go 2 to 3 weeks where you don't have much work at all. It's kind of just like, oh, you're chilling. And then you have 1 week where you have 2 essays, 3 exams, a project, and everything's kind of doing that 1 week. And you have to study for those exams. So if you're not like studying throughout the semester and like getting homework done throughout the semester, when that week comes, whether it's your midterm week, whether it's finals week, that week is going to be so stressful and you will regret not looking over that stuff all semester. So I still struggle with this. Like I still do this all the time. Like I know most people still do this, but it's better said now so you can at least be ready for it if you're not able to kind of take advantage of that and study throughout the semester, because you don't want that 1 week to kind of just flood you with everything.
So the formal question is, what can you do to like, get help for paying for college? I think it is a lot about scholarships, doing those right when they come out. And even the $100 scholarships are still like, I think you should still hold them on the same pedestal as you would hold like a $5,000 scholarship or like a $1,000 scholarship. Like, I think that all scholarships should just be held the exact same no matter the amount, because any dollar amount will do and any dollar amount will help. And there's like scholarships that I don't get now that were $600 freshman year, and I was like, well, honestly I don't even know why I would apply for that, but like now I could use that $600.
But yeah, all those scholarships are definitely important, because if you're like tuition's $5,000 and you get a $5,000 scholarship and then a $100 scholarship, then the school is going to send you that $100 back. So that's like a refund check for $100. So it might not seem a lot in comparison to your tuition, but once it gets back in your pocket as a check, you're like, oh, I could use that $100. So it's definitely smart to do that. And another tip is, when I was applying for scholarships my senior year, they had I think it was the community foundations, or like the Low Country Heritage, some website with a bunch of scholarships locally. And they also, what it did, it would save if you applied for one scholarship, it saved your application, because most of the scholarships had really similar questions, and it was really easy to just start applying for all the ones you kind of fit in. If you had met the qualifications, you could literally it was really easy just knocking out scholarships. So that is a really, really solid way to kind of get those done.
I would also say
save your essays, because scholarships will start asking the same questions. So literally make a Google Drive with all your essays. They'll just be like, why is one reason we should get this scholarship? You can literally just go to an essay that you've already written, or tell us what you want to do after college. Like, they're literally the same 5 questions. So if you want to just knock out scholarships, definitely save your essays.
Yeah, I actually did that. I have a whole Google Drive of all my scholarships just in case they ask the same question. But I was gonna say also, like, if you're if you're a senior in high school, ask your guidance counselors, because they know where those scholarships are. They just like won't tell you unless you like actually go up. Like, I know May River did that little wall thingy, but like going to ask your counselors, they know where those scholarships are and they can help you with like writing recommendations, personal statements. Like, I would say go to your guidance counselor, because I know, but Miss Badger, she was kind of like a really good help with that, and finding scholarships, like asking the guidance counselor, what scholarship can I apply for? So yeah.
You guys are the best. Thank you so much. Yeah! I really appreciate this. I felt so bad. I felt like I was short notice, like putting this on you guys, but thank you so much. I really appreciate it.